take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Las Vegas Raiders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Quick throw out wide from Mariota. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Number 10.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And the Raider first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
To Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Extra point is good.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Raiders 7. Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Brought down.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
At the 35-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
1st down, Raiders.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The return man, Ty Johnson. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard
line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Maurice Hurst able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And he's got Rome. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
Jets.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Gafford. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered. Yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Mariota dancing to his left. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
On the keeper.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Hauschka adds the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Bit of a surprise. They landed on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coleman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1 and 9.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed name, how about your respect? Get it more than when I get expected at the back.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Mims. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. It's Coleman here, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Tevin Coleman as the first half is winding down, and the Jets are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Coleman. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And their first possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To the sideline.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Mariota. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page. Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. run again with Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll go toss right with Coleman. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Ficken's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He pitches it out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. On 1st down, Pollard. And he's got this down to the 35.
Tony Pollard.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 12.
On play action, Mariota. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Las Vegas.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The Jets' 15-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth.
The field goal is...
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Able to connect with Mims. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. On 1st down, it's Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
And 7.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Kaepernick to throw for it on 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
His kick is good.
And he's got it up and through.
Ties the game 31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He was brought down by Trayvon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
44-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Kaepernick. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down and 1.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go. 54. Mike 54.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
To throw is Kaepernick, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Turnover.
Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
No gain on the play.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 10.
Who's that? 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Mariota got his connection complete to Ruggs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up second.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
The handoff to Josh Jacobs.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And it brings up 3rd down.
So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they've come in here and stolen one